if I were writing Doctor Who, I would have a cameo in every single episode, and you've never done it. Like, you've never tested.
Yeah, that's that 40,000 putting on weight. It's like, whoa!
Aesthetic shower. You need to have your own face.
That many. People do it a lot, like we inject, you see, sometimes these writers give themselves lines.
Yeah.
And I have, in the past, written to Hector to complain when a writer's given themselves lines in one show, because that's doing an actor out of work. I think it's absolutely wrong. But on a simple cameo, sort of walking past the camera sort of thing, I mean, it's shock and stuff, it would ruin the episode. I just think, every time on that scene, it's just, no, thanks.
Have you never intended even once?
I am as camera white for the spoke to, because they could get anyone taller to go past the camera, just a blur like that. Final scene would just go like that. So, reluctantly.
We never remember shortly. That's the best bit. I suppose we're going to have to go back and ask you a couple of those incredibly important questions about Doctor Who that you probably won't answer, but I've got to try my arm. Okay, do you know how it ends now? Do you know how you're going to end it, your episode?
I know, absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes, I know. I know of my last episode, I know the last 10 scenes, absolutely definitely, I know, I can write them in order now.
Yeah, and how long have you known that?
Since about when Raps, around about March or something like that, yeah. It changes, it doesn't stay fixed, and when I come to write it might develop, but that's why I always do J.K. Rowling also said about Harry Potter, she knew absolutely what that last chapter was, and I believe her, because you can do that, you know exactly where you're heading, yeah.
Do you know the last line?
No, I don't know the last line. I know the last one. Yeah, I think that's when you see it, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I will read the last line of the response. You can plan too much, you know. It's like, you know, everything. Sometimes you sit there, something brand new comes up, you grab it. So.
And do you know who the next Doctor is?
Oh, stop.
No, I know you're going to say who it is. But I was just wondering, does anybody know?
Well, it doesn't exist.
Has it been inherited yet?
No.
No,
not even keeping secrets there. You know, it's up to them, but it won't be my choice now.
Yeah.
So it's sad. And that's when the whole thing will fall off. No, it won't. So, God knows. One day, exciting.
Because there's been, I mean, one of the Times serialised the book, and one of the quotes that we took out of context in order to make other papers talk about us was that Russell Tovey, who plays Midshipman Frame in the Christmas episode, that you thought he would be the next Doctor.
I have all Russell Tovey novels. It was literally, that's, you know, a 2 in the morning email. That's basically, you know, go on, I fancy me. And her writing is gorgeous. But, you know, so that's like my highest compliment. We should be the Doctor. Really? Just when you're out clubbing, tell you that now. It's not going wrong. But, and then the Times is publishing that, I texted Russell Tovey and said, I don't want you. Just, and this might be in the papers. And it wasn't there in every single newspaper, and he was funny because he had a read-through that day of Being Humans in a BBC musical Being Human, and he walked in like Cock on the Walk, he was like he owned the place. Everyone had read it, and his agent was doubling his feet. But then he did get home that night, and he texted me back, going, whoa, it's everywhere. It's on the news and stuff like that, so isn't that Doctor's Circus?
But he still wasn't polite enough to take back and go, it's actually too.
Subtext, that's what it is.
Well, guess what? I can see twitching, and I can hear sounds on the side of the stage. I think it means that it probably is time to welcome the incredible, phenomenal John Barrowman onto the stage. Ladies, do you want to get it out? Do you want to do just a big scream now and get it out of the way? Wow, that was like a ripple effect. That was amazing.
It's like a Mexican way.
And then
John and I once went to a concert together, do you remember, at the Cardiff Millennium Stadium, where there was a Mexican wave right across the stadium. Well, the best thing was, this was a tsunami relief concert. I was doing a wave for it. I thought it like that. We were laughing so much. We did the wave for you. It was not. It was wrong, yeah.
So don't you just done this, but just all about you. Just said you just come off stage about 2 hours ago.
Yeah. About my autobiography, and my sister was with me, so it wasn't just about me.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, she did the bulk of the work. She wrote it.
Yeah.
And I just lived it.
Can you give us a kind of quick montage of what you're talking about when you were saying before?
A quick montage of, well, I mean, it was just basically about the kind of journey that I went on from beginning, from my childhood throughout my preteens, and with family, how important within the book we were trying to project. I hate the word, she used it, but I don't really use it, the family values, and I think of family being important, and how relationships are important, and that kind of stuff, and always how it is to laugh, and to be able to make fun of yourself, and to look at yourself and basically take the piss every now and then. To have, sorry. Oh, you should have been in mine. I said. It's a literary festival, but they are words. But yeah, it was that kind of journey through the book, and basically I've had a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and it wasn't an angsty book, because I haven't lived that kind of life, and there have been trials and tribulations within it, but you move on, you get over them, you pick yourself up and you get up, and that's it.
It's a lot about your family, and just about, your family are all singing or dancing, the practical jokes all the time, everyone's very close. You just sound like the nightmare family to be next to on a holiday in a tent. You just see you
number one thing there, we would never be in a tent. No offense, my mother's idea of camping is a Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
And my idea of camping is all like this. I guess we could be the nightmare family, but we're pretty down. No, I know you do. Yeah, we're pretty down to earth, and we like to have a good time. We can be loud.
Yes.
We can be loud, and we've been known to kind of be in restaurants. That's why when we do big family gatherings, we get together in the restaurant and we take over a room by ourselves. Because we don't want to inflict that.
One of the things I found most extraordinary in your book, one of the things I found most extraordinary in your book is that it describes a moment of love that you had in the garden, which is quite extraordinary. Maybe when there are not children around, we can describe that later on. A moment of love you had in the garden. What's that Cameron Macintosh?
Oh.
Yeah, that's quite extraordinary. But
well, see, are there kids in the room?
Yeah. John is very good. So we'll just leave that button.
We'll leave that.
The kids probably would be interested in learning that John appears to be able to pass wind whenever he wants to. This seems to be one of the big facts that comes out. You often upstage actors on stage by just being able to make a tiny little barking noise. Just to be honest,
I'm not the only one who can do that, because my colleague David Tennant and I are notorious on Doctor Who for letting them rip. And he and I will have, when we're working together, he and I will have competitions of who can do them louder. And we've come to the conclusion, David and I, David smell, mine don't. She brought it up. I just go, I answer what I'm asked. Everybody loves a fart joke.
Kids love that stuff.
Yes.
Kids love that stuff. I was going to ask you, I think that Russell's already answered this question, but what is it that you love about Doctor Who? What is it that you love? If you had to describe, there can't be anyone in the world who hasn't seen it or at least heard of it, but if you had to describe it to someone who's never heard of it before, you wanted to sell it, you're like, you are going to watch this, this is what happens, get this.
I would say it's one of the most amazing stories. You go on a journey every time you watch it. And for someone who was a child who watched it and fantasized and dreamt about one day possibly being part of it, it's about, when I used to watch it, two people who travel in this time machine. And this man goes and solves problems and helps people discover themselves and brings out the best and sometimes the worst of people. And it's exciting, and there's monsters, and there's action, and there's explosions, and everything you can imagine that you would love as a kid. We all have kids in us, so if you're an adult, you'd want to watch this show. But, I mean, that would be the kind of description, but why do I like it? Because it's a dream come true. And being part of something that I did watch as a child, and never thought when I was growing up in the States and staying up till 2